Today's practice is all about strengthening, becoming strong through our center, through all the large muscle groups. Begin to breathe long, slow, and deep through your nose. Close your eyes here. As we close our outer eye, let's open our inner eye, becoming more aware of what's going on inside, taking this time to maybe rock side to side, back and forth. Put your feet and legs in a comfortable position. Maybe that's crossed, maybe that's straight out in front. Hands rest gently on the knees. With the next breath in, draw length into the spine. Tuck your chin slightly in. Exhale. Let's do a collective, long, slow, deep breath in together. And with your exhale, let's bring our hands to prayer. Thumbs rest up against the heart center. Close your eyes and relax. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Elevate your elbows. Tuck your chin slightly in, creating a nice, long, straight line from the tip of your crown all the way down to the tip of your tailbone. Mental focus is on the point in between the eyebrows and slightly above. Maybe your inner gaze would like to come to this place. Continue to breathe in long, slow, and deep through your nose. We're going to tune in with the Adi mantra. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher within. I bow to my infinite wisdom. And I call upon this teaching to guide me through my day. Let's collectively take a big, deep breath in together through our nose. Gently exhale. Let it go, relax here. Big breath in again. And again, let it go. Let your shoulders drop. Big breath in, let's begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Again, big breath in here. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Big breath in last time. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Keep your eyes closed here. Return to your mental focus. If you drifted away, breathe in big, deep breaths here, sending that air all the way to the lower lungs. And as you exhale next, with your hands still in prayer, press them towards one another and gently lean forward, encouraging all the air to leave your body. As you rise up, inhale through the nose. Outer gaze remains closed here, chin tucked slightly in, and as you exhale, by leaning forward, we're going to encourage all that air to leave. Next inhale, we rise up, we come to neutral, keeping our eyes closed. Relax your hands, relax your shoulders, let it all go. Gently open your eyes when you're ready. We're going to lie down on our mats, taking time in this transition to gently find our way down to our backs. Being intentional with the movement, maybe one elbow at a time, vertebrae by vertebrae, allowing ourselves to rest gently on the mat. Take a moment to get your hips settled. Knees can be bent here. We're going to bring the feet, the soles of the feet together, hands pressed into the mat beside us as we take a moment just to get our hips settled in this big hip opener. Next breath in, raise your arms all the way up in the air, palms face one another. Exhale, shoulders to the ground. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead, palms face the sky here. Gently rest your arms behind your head, backs of the hands on the mat. Pressing the soles of the feet in together, begin to gently raise your knees up and down. Small movements to start. This is a big body opener here, very small movement. Notice how the core may naturally engage as we encourage our knees to lift up and down. If this is a little bit hard on your low back, by all means, just keep your knees bent and breathe. Stay comfortable, no pain, but feel free to challenge yourself a little bit. Maybe your outer gaze can remain closed here. Allow your inner awareness to increase and amplify as maybe we begin to warm up and maybe make the knee movement a little bit bigger. Notice that the back may be loosening up here, or maybe it's tensing up. Either way, wherever you're at, unshrug your shoulders. If your arms are uncomfortable in this position, take cactus arms where your elbows are at 90 degrees. That's another great option to open up. Continue to move, pressing the soles of the feet into one another. And come to stillness. Relax here. Let your shoulder blades, your hips, the blades of your feet that are resting on the mat, allow them all to sink a little deeper into the mat. Can you open up and relax just a little bit more? Let's bring the hands down under the knees. Gently help your knees up. Take your left leg and send it straight out to the mat. Right leg straightens up to meet it. And let's just give ourselves a big full body stretch here. So arms, inhale all the way up and overhead. Point those toes. Big, big full body stretch. Feel the abs and the legs, everything stretch it all out. Work out all the sleep. Big breaths in and big breaths out. When you're ready, relax, release, bring the arms down by your side, bend your knees again. We're going into some leg raises here, activating our core. So for some support, you may want to lift your hips, put your hands gently under your hips to help support. Take a moment to get your shoulder blades maybe a little bit closer together. We're going to inhale through our nose and exhale. Let's lift those legs all the way up. Soles of the feet are flat to the sky. Now if you need to keep your knees bent here, by all means do that. Take a moment right here to bring some inner awareness to the lower back. We want to push our lower back into the mat as we raise and lower our legs. Let's begin with our exhale. Begin with your inhale here. And as you exhale, gently lower both feet all the way to the ground. And if you can, don't allow them to touch. Keeping that navel strong. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. If this is a bit much, by all means, take a break in between each raising and lowering, allowing the feet to touch the ground. If not, work at your own pace, keeping the legs straight. See what your body feels like it needs this morning. Wherever you are at, we are going to work on keeping the lower back pressed into the floor. continue this movement, I'm going to watch the time. Another option here is to keep those knees really bent, if that feels better. The movement is slow, powerful, and controlled wherever you are at. And breathe. Use the power of your breath to help focus the movement. This is a big abdominal energy shift here. It's okay if you're shaking. It's okay if you're a little bit warm. We're generating some navel heat. Strong, powerful center. And come to neutral. That means legs straight up in the air. Let's bend the knees, feet plant onto the mat. Take a moment. Return your focus to your breath. Allow your shoulders to relax here. Allow your hips to relax. Let's take our feet mat width apart for a moment and start to windshield wiper those knees from side to side, creating a little bit of a stretch in the low body. Come to neutral. Bring your feet back together. Maybe placing your hands back under your hips for support. Take a big breath in through your nose. And exhale both feet back into the air again. This time we're alternating our leg raises. One leg at a time drops down to the mat. The other leg stays all the way straight up into the air. Strong, powerful navel. Remember your low back. Bring that leg back up and send the other leg back down. Strong, powerful core here. Slow, powerful movements. If this is a little too challenging for your lower back, bend the knees. Remember, we want the challenge, but we don't want any pain. Your low back will thank you as we strengthen our core. A strong core helps us to do things like reaching for our seatbelt, reaching up into our cupboards, bending over to make the bed. A strong core will support us in all aspects of our lives, especially sitting. Taking our time, linking breath with movement here. And wherever you are at, movements are slow, powerful, and controlled. Take a break when you need in order to keep the alignment and to keep that lower back pressed into the mat. These are big, strong movements. It's okay if you're struggling a little bit. Just do your best this morning. That's all we can ever do is our best. And some days that may be more than others. Listen to your body. Keep that open inner awareness. We're almost done here. And let's, wherever you're at, bring both feet all the way up. Bend the knees. Take a moment, let it all go. Begin to relax. Knees stay bent. Catch your breath. Find your inner focus again. Absorb all the energy you've just created. And now we're going to make our way into tabletop. So make this transition work for you. I would encourage that if you would normally rock and roll your way up to a seated position, maybe this time you roll to your side. Alternately, if you generally roll, maybe this time you rock and roll up. Do something that's maybe a little different for you. As we bring ourselves seated, we're going to roll over and come into tabletop position. If this is a little hard on your knees, you can double your mat over, giving your knees a little bit of extra padding. Taking some time here to spread the fingertips, bringing the wrists under the shoulders, either curling the toes for a little extra stability, or tops of the feet flat on the mat. We are going into leg raises. We're going to rise up here, so we're going to lift our chin, dropping our belly. Shoulders are back, and hands press into the earth. Consider your spine, your pelvis here in its neutral position. With your next inhale, send your right leg all the way back, and if you would like to start with your toes touching the ground, that is a great option. That's option one. Option two is to lift all the way up, keeping the chin parallel to the ground. Bring that knee back down. Left leg, option one, toes come straight out behind. Option two, lift that leg all the way up. Bring your knee back down to the ground. Continue in a way that feels right for you at your own pace. Shoulders remain away from the ears here. Push into the earth with your hands. Consider your pelvis. Keep it neutral. Keep the movement slow and powerful, activating the navel as you lift that leg. Notice the glutes engage, the foot engages. Hands are powerful and pushing into the earth here. Come to neutral, and because I know we all love a challenge, we're going to add on here. As we send our left leg back, we're going to send our right leg forward. Again, considering the pelvis, please keep that neutral. Do what you need. If you need to keep your toe on the ground and maybe your hand resting on the ground in front of you, that's perfectly great. That's a really good way to help with your balance. Hands and knees back to neutral. Right leg goes back, left arm comes forward. Push into the earth. Push away, lift that back leg. And keep the chin up. Hands and knees back together. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Back to neutral. Keep moving here as your body needs. Linking your breath with movement. Staying strong and powerful, pushing into the earth for stability and challenge. Inhaling as we raise up. Exhale as you come down. Notice that you want to look down at the mat as you lift. Keep your gaze forward. Maybe you'd like to add on to the challenge by closing your eyes here. Be curious about what can happen when you do something a little bit different. We're almost done here. Simply do your best. Take your option. If you need a break, take your rest. And when you're ready, begin again. Come to neutral, and let's rest for a moment in child's pose. Take those knees nice and far apart. With your inhale, push your hips all the way back to your heels. Bring your forehead to rest on the ground. Find a comfortable place for your hands. Maybe you'd like to push them towards the front of your mat, creating a stretch through the back. Maybe you'd like to place your hands under your forehead. And just rest here. Focus on your breath. Big breaths here. Maybe in child's pose you'd like to listen to your breath. Maybe you'd like to focus on the physical sensation. One more breath here. Let's begin to bring our hands a little bit closer to our knees. And we are going to make our way very slowly and gently to standing. So take a nice staggered knee stance. Maybe your hands help you on your knees. Maybe you use the wall. Let's use our upper body to help bring our lower body up. Take a stand on the middle of your mat. We're going into frog squats here. In frog squats, our feet point away from us. So at about a 45-degree angle, toes are close together. We come down, bending our knees, bringing our hands in front. And if you can, keep those heels pushed in together so they're touching one another. If the earth is too far away for you here, use your yoga blocks or some sort of pillow to bring the earth a little bit closer. So fingers are tented, supporting us. We're going to inhale, rise up by straightening your legs and allowing the crown of your head to drop to the earth. And come back down. And continue in a way that works for you. Now, if your heels don't comfortably touch, that's okay. Take a modification or an option that allows you to move powerfully and comfortably. Close your eyes. Connect to your center of power. Focus on your navel here. Keeping the heels off the ground, if you can. And take a break when you need. Inner gaze remains at the navel. And next breath in, come to a comfortable standing position, dropping your heels and rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly keeping those knees bent. As we rise up, allow your shoulders to continue the movement all the way up to your ears, down and back. And take a moment now, shake that out. And let's return back to a seated position on the mat. Find your cross-legged position. Inhale your arms all the way up. Palms face one another. Chin is slightly tucked in. Close your eyes here. Fingers are straight, strong, and powerful. Shoulders are over the hips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, open your arms to about a 45-degree angle. And then close. Link your breath with movement. Continue moving at a way that feels right for you here. Strong and powerful back. Very straight spine. Fingers press up. And now make that movement a little bit faster. The breath may become staccato-like as you continue to breathe in and out through your nose, linking your breath with movement. Strong, straight, powerful fingers. Notice that your abdominals may need to engage here to keep you upright while we move our arms quickly. And come to neutral, arms all the way up in the air. Take a deep breath in, keeping your eyes closed. And relax. Let your arms down. Let it all out. Rest the backs of your hands on your knees. Thumb and first finger come to touch in Gyan Mudra. Lean back into your spine. Close your eyes. And breathe. We're here for 1 minute. And just breathe. Pick your focal point, maybe the sensation or the sound of your breath. Allow your breath to return back to its natural rhythm. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your jaw to relax. Rest your tongue in your lower palate. Maybe your mouth opens a little to allow for a deeper relaxation of the jaw and neck. Keeping length in the spine. And when you're ready, big breath in and exhale. Let's make our way to a lying position on our mat. As we lie down, let's keep our legs crossed if we can, and only if that feels comfortable, slowly making your way down. Right hand comes onto the heart center, and left hand is placed on top of that. If your legs aren't comfortable crossed, just allow them to fall open towards the sides of your mat. And breathe here. Just connect to the rise and fall of your chest. Allow your shoulders to unshrug. Allow your hips to open, your knees to open. Bring that awareness of openness all the way from your hips to your shoulders, from your shoulders to your neck, from your neck to your jaw, and from your jaw to the crown of your head. With your next breath in, let's bring our hands beside our thighs and help our knees up. Let's uncross our legs and roll over onto your side here. Arm comes up overhead, knees stay together, and press yourself up to seated. If your instinct is to cross your right leg over your left, let's do that in the other direction. Take a big, deep breath in here. And with your exhale, bring your hands to prayer mudra. Chin is tucked slightly in, creating a nice straight line for your spine. Elbows are elevated. Mental focus is on the point in between your eyebrows and slightly above. Outer gaze is closed. Inner gaze flutters upwards. I'm going to close off our practice with a long sat, short nam. Please feel free to join me out loud or in your mind. Let's begin with breath. Big breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in here. Exhale, let it all go. Big inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam means truth is my name. Let's bring our thumbs to our forehead, palms to the ground or forehead to the ground. Third eye touches and rests on the ground if you can. Sat Nam. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope we stay strong and powerful today.